70 grand for the charity, and they got like on the same screen as Zack Snyder, thanks to some connection they had. And Zack Snyder was just like, I don't want to be associated with you. You're a hate group. I didn't see the actual clip of that happening. They keep talking about it. Like, but they don't show the clip of like Zack Snyder actually saying any of that stuff. Which I don't doubt, but I'd like to at least see it. I'd like to see it come out of his mouth. But EVS is just like watch an old video of the aftermath. And this is like, I guess, where he started calling them zeros. Because they refused to stand up for their fans, like, in the moment. They were, like, shell-shocked. They didn't expect Zack Snyder to be like, well, you guys are the hate group. You guys hate women, don't you? Fucking bigots. They won't show me the real clip, so I guess I'm just free to speculate on what exactly he said. But I guess he called them a hate group. Which technically they are a hate group. They hate modern politics and shit being shoved into their fantasies and superhero shows. That's what they make their brand on, you know. Zack Snyder is in Hollywood. He is not going to, like, it's a freaking religion over there, man. They really do see themselves as, like, curators of the culture. They feel like by putting a black elf in the Rings of Power that they're doing a service to society. It's baloney, but that's how they feel. They think they're the good guys. And if there's one thing I've noticed from the few people I've seen go out to Hollywood and try to make a name for themselves is they all fall in line. Okay? They all fall in line because every single one of them, like, as soon as you arrive in Hollywood, they give you a transgender friend. And so that you have a personal stake in their welfare. You're instantly like, of course, if we have a male superhero, he needs to have, you know, a female side character that saves him and, you know, ends up being the ultimate hero. Like, I didn't watch Shang-Chi, but apparently Awkwafina dealt the final blow to the villain. Like, Shang-Chi was an exile who, like, knew martial arts from back when he was a kid or whatever, and then he became a valet, and his valet friend, Awkwafina, is just a badass driver, you know, and then learns a bow and arrow when she joins the main plot, and builds herself up into being, like, a critical member of the team. Like, apparently even more so than he is. And then he has, like, a sister who's a better martial artist than him. Like, she kicks his ass in the ring or something. And so these guys see that and say, okay, well, obviously these guys are projecting their own cultural, political bias onto the entertainment. So Shang-Chi, which should have been, like, a really badass martial arts movie. Like, in the comic book, Shang-Chi was like a street level hero, right? Wasn't he with Luke Cage and shit? Or am I remembering that wrong? I'm remembering Iron Fist. I mix up the Kung Fu heroes, but he was a, you know. Maybe I should watch Shang-Chi. Maybe I should, like, give it an honest shot. Because I only saw the reviews from those guys. And I was already, like, pretty much done spending money on Marvel films at the time. Like, so I would just turn on YouTube and they'd fill me in on Nerdrotic or Critical Drinker, Geeks and Gamers, those guys. And yeah, they were like, well, this sucks, and here's why. And it was entertaining. It was more entertaining for me to just watch those guys on YouTube talk shit about the movie than it was for me to, like, get up off my butt and, like, go to the theater. Because I didn't care for a Shang-Chi movie. What else? She-Hulk. Never bothered watching She-Hulk. But apparently they turned She-Hulk into... It was just... She was a drunk whore who... Like, she was instantly good at being She-Hulk. And so another, like, kind of Mary Sue character. I'm not interested. I would, you know... Like, if they had made She-Hulk, like, if they'd given her, like, a real serious court case that she had to, like, use her She-Hulk identity to help solve somehow, like, if they made it seem cool, maybe I would have tuned in. But I saw clips of the finale, and it is like they were fighting against toxic trolls on the internet, and they had, like, a Deadpool moment where She-Hulk goes into the writer's room and, like, rewrites her own ending. I'm like, okay, so this is just not a serious thing. Not a serious show. It's a, you know, it's a little comedy they threw together. This shit's coming down here. Then they did it again in Moon Knight, I guess, where Moon Knight's female counterpart saves him in the beginning. Like, he pretty much never saves her. And she ends up becoming a superhero in her own right by the end of the TV show. She's, like, got superpowers now. And is more effective than Moon Knight. Because he's just got fucking problems. So the message, the overriding message of the Marvel Cinematic Universe post-Endgame is basically like, girls do it better. And that is woke. Just one example. Does that look okay? His head's too fucking big. That's better, kind of. But you can't get the woke shit to stop by complaining about it. You have to create good shit, non-woke shit. It's the only way. This guy needs a particular look. He has Vegeta hair. Should he look like? Because this is the human form of my android. And he's going to pop up many times. Anytime he needs to project himself into Hayden's HUD, communicate with him. Should he look that pissed off and off-putting? Just like a... What are you looking at? Might have to look up receding hairlines. Should he have a mustache? Maybe he'll just be like a Gray Temple looking guy.